My grandma, who is 94 years old, just finished her fifth book. And it really just got me thinking lately about just life and all of the different lessons that she has taught me over the years. So today, I just want to talk through that, just everything that I learned from her, all of the ways that she inspires me, and hopefully some of these will inspire you as well. So, the first lesson that I learned from my grandma is just being resilient. She is one of the most resilient people that I know. So, my grandma grew up in Harlem. She grew up in New York. She moved from New York. I forget exactly what age she was. I want to say like mid 40s. She was divorced. She moved from New York to California with her two children. I want to say they were teenagers at the time. And then she had my mom, who was maybe like 19, and then my uncle, who was already older and in the service. So she just moved on a whim to California. She told me that she did not know anyone in California. She had never been here before. She didn't even really have an exact reason for exactly why here, but she just had faith. She came out here. I remember she said she drove around. She found a place. She did not have a job. She talked to the landlord and was like, look, I do not have a job, but I promise I will get one if you just give me a chance. I will pay my rent. So they said, okay. She got the place. She very quickly got a job, and the rest is history. But just how resilient she is, like to go from living in a place that you've known your whole life to then relocating with your children to somewhere where you know no one, you don't have anything lined up, is just, it's crazy to even think of. And so she's just taught me the importance of just one, believing in God, and then two, just believing in yourself, having faith in God that things will work out. Like, I cannot even fathom the type of faith that requires to just step out like that and to just take that leap. The second thing that she has taught me, which is one of the names of one of her books, is that age is nothing but a number. Oh my gosh, like she is the epitome of age ain't nothing but a number. My grandma went back to college. I want to say her bachelor's was maybe like in her 50s. And then her master's, I want to say, was like late 60s. And then her PhD she got when she was 83 years old. And she was telling me the other day which is also another lesson that I've learned, is don't let anyone tell you that you cannot do anything. She was saying how, I think it was her second husband, she was telling that she wanted to go back to school. And he was just asking her, maybe it was somebody she was dating. But they were asking like, okay, what's the point? Or what are you going to do with that degree? You're already older now. And she was like, this has always been a dream of mine. And I don't care even if I don't do anything with this degree, it is something that I've always wanted to do. And I don't think that it's too late for me to do it. So I'm going to do it. And that is exactly what she did. So now, to me, there's nothing that I'm too old or that I'm too young to do. And when I talk to other people and I hear them say things like, I'm too old to go back to school, or I'm too old to date again, or anything, I always give them the example of my grandma, who age literally means nothing to her. My grandma, to this day, at 94 years old, still believes that it is possible for her to date and to meet a nice man that she can just spend the rest of her golden years with. And she really believes that. And I just love that for her. I love the confidence, but I also love the faith that she has, and just the, like, I don't even know the word, but like the zeal for life, there's always something new for her. There's always something to look forward to, which is another lesson that I learned from her, is to just always have something to look forward to. My grandma, whether it is a new book that she's writing, whether it is getting a new certification, like I remember during COVID, she wrote her fourth book, and then she also got a certification to be like a minister or an officiant, someone who does like weddings or who can do funerals. Again, she hasn't officiated not a wedding or not a funeral, but she wanted to do it. And so she went after it and she did it. And it just really encourages me that, like I said, that I can do anything, and that I do not have to let anything stop me, not even myself. And so, ooh, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, just the fact that she always has something new. That was what it was. Something new to look forward to. My grandma, whether it is planning her birthdays are really big for her. So every year there's something that she's planning. We recently I went to Vegas for her birthday. One of her birthdays, I think it was her 90th birthday. We went to Hawaii. Like, there's always something that she has that she can look forward to, so that every day is not just the same, or she's not just sitting in a rocking chair just doing nothing. Like, her mind, she keeps her mind sharp. Just she always has something going on. And even now, like I said, with this book, not only did she write this book, my grandma planned a photo shoot. She took pictures. She's planning on doing a book signing. There's always something. And so I always constantly remind myself of having stuff to look forward to. It's so easy as a business owner to just be so consumed in my work and in trying to solve all of these different problems, or just trying to do all of the things. Still technically being a newlywed, being a foster parent, it's easy for me to just get wrapped up in my own life, to not have these things that I'm planning for myself, even if it's something small, but just planning to have something to look forward to say, I love going to the beach. I just get so wrapped up in life that I don't do it very often. So to say, next weekend or this weekend, I'm going to the beach, and that just be something that I'm looking forward to, so that even if today was a hard day, I know that in 3 days from now, I'm going to go to the beach. So that is another huge lesson that I learned from my grandma. Another one that I've learned is just the importance of telling your story. My grandma, I love listening to her stories. I learned so much from it. I've learned so much just from her life that I will be able to then apply to my own life, stories that I can even just tell my children, so that they can learn, and that they can also get something from her life and from her experience. And it just reminded me the importance of telling other people my story, because it might encourage them, it might help them in some way, shape, or form. And it's just a reminder that your life is, God has a purpose. It is for a reason, and that it's important to share your life with other people, because you never know who you can help, who you can impact, who God is calling you to speak to. And then the last lesson that I've learned from her is just the importance of putting God first, the importance in having a relationship with him. It was about 2 years ago. My grandma, again, wanted something to look forward to. So she started looking on YouTube and learning a praise dance routine. And she had made up in her mind that she was going to learn this routine, and she was going to do a performance for our family. And I remember her saying, like, at, what was it, like 92, 93 years old, at this age, it is a blessing that I can even still walk and I can move. And I just want to do this as a way to thank God for everything that he's done for me, and for the fact that I still am in my right mind, and the fact that I still have strength in my body. I can still walk. I can still do everything on my own. My grandma lives on her own. Like, I'm not talking about she's in like what is it called? Like what's the word? Like not even assisted living, a nursing home. No, my grandma lives in her own apartment and is self-sufficient and does her own thing. So she was like, that is huge at this age. So I want to do this dance and glorify God and thank him for everything. Like, she performed her praise dance to the song, The Goodness of God. And so that was just encouragement for me to just always put God first. And regardless, my grandma has been through so many different things. She's lived such a full life, ups, downs, in betweens, and through all of that, just still kept her faith in God. And that is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. That is something that I want to teach my children. It is something that I want to teach my grandchildren, great-grandchildren. So I am just really inspired by her. I'm so thankful to God to even still have my grandma here at 94. But again, not to just be here, but to just be completely, to have a sound mind, to really be the same grandma that she was when she was 60 years old when I was younger. Like, my grandma, she's that girl. She's her. And I am just so inspired by her. And I hope that some of these lessons that I've learned from her have been able to inspire you as well. I would love to make an episode with my grandma. My grandma is a diva though. Like I mentioned it to her before, and I know that my grandma would need to have like full glam and the outfit and all of this stuff, and it would be difficult to get her on camera, but I would love to just record something with her to be able to just get some of her wisdom to be able to share with others. But hopefully what I did share, hopefully that was helpful to you as well. But as always, that's all that I have for today, but I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.